Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another video of some F1 2020 career mode with Red Bull. Today we're doing episode number 26 for the British Grand Prix, our Bogey circuit. Yes, we've also got the Hungarian Grand Prix as well. That should be coming tomorrow on the channel as well. But we're looking at some upgrades. And finally, we've decided to purchase the powertrain upgrade. And as you can see there, on the 8th of July, the powertrain is going to be upgraded. And that will finally, in this career mode, I mean, bearing in mind this is the 9th episode of this season, we're finally, no, 10th episode, 9th, oh, I've forgotten. But yes, we've finally got powertrain spec 3, which is what we were looking for from the very beginning, which means there's no more, well, there are a few upgrades that Red Bull can still do, obviously, but it means there's going to be no more upgrades that are sort of hidden to us. We just got to go and upgrade them now, and we shall do so through there. We were waiting, so got on 1071. We were going to do this, we're not going to rush this turbo durability one. We're working for the control electronics one. That's the one on the bottom far left there. Sorry, not control electronics, the energy store, excuse me. It's annoying it's on the far left there, but there we go. But here's how everybody's sort of done with their R&D according to on paper. Obviously it's a little bit of a different story on track as usual. Williams with probably an ultimate upgrade, or at least a couple of upgrades there. In actual fact, McLaren haven't upgraded. Pretty much the only people that haven't upgraded, apart from Alfa Romeo, who've sort of gone from being the 4th best team to now being the 4th slowest team. That's how sort of yo-yo it is on the R&D in the midfield. Ferrari and Mercedes lagging behind us, as they have done so far for pretty much, well, Ferrari have lagged. They sort of caught up, but are they starting to tail off? Mercedes as well. Not really too many ultimate upgrades there as well. But we're going to move now to an interview with Claire just after practice 1, which of course was a wet practice session. The qualifying and dry are completely fine.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Will it be a problem for you if the weather doesn't clear up?
Well, it is going to clear up, Claire. I mean, you've seen the weather forecast. Unless you're watching the BBC, of course, they can never be accurate.
Interesting result today. Would you say that you're happy with your performance?
It's practice. We don't need to comment on that. Oh, she's back. She's back. Sighing Claire. I thought we would never get her back to sigh again. The emotion of her not sighing, but she's back, and that's good to see that she hasn't been removed from the game. But anyway, into qualifying we go. This is our best lap, of course. At the end of the session, we will only do the short qualifying in this 25% career, because we sort of blew up. Now, I've noticed this is something here. You're going to watch me do something now. I'm going to basically blow up, basically turn the brake assist off for turn 1 and gain pretty much a couple of tenths, and then obviously turn it back on for which I have done now. Just cut it out for the next corner. And again, I don't know why the game is choosing to brake there. It's something that is going to gain us a little bit of time anyway. Obviously, we're languishing down in P17. This is also, no, I'm going to say it now. Silverstone is my worst track. Okay, I've had lots of bogey tracks, but I've improved over the years. I've had lots of bogey tracks in before. France used to come to mind. That used to be a terrible track. Mexico, but I've gone on to do good positions there since to prove that it's not just if you have a good day then you can actually do well there. I know Mexico is still a little bit of a bogey track for me in scoring points, but Mexico's not even in on the calendar for this season. We might put it in on next season, depending on what else happens elsewhere. But anyway, we're coming from, I haven't really talked about this lap. We're sort of improving a lot of time. I'm not sure if it was just the tyres or something that wasn't really operating for a minute, but it was 17th and it's only 12th. Not great, is it? I mean, Albon's got a penalty. I'll show you why he has a penalty in a moment, because yeah, it was a little bit of a kerfuffle with me, and it's another glitch in the game. But both AlphaTauris again are ahead of us. Obviously Pierre Gasly, fresh from that. Obviously he's won in this career mode as well at France. In real life he's won in Italy, so I'm sure he'll be happy. McLaren, of course, are all languishing down. They need to invest in that car, really. Haven't really done anything. Sebastian Vettel, though, taking pole, and really it's sort of done. But that's what he got a grid penalty for colliding with myself. So just like in well, unlike in real life, Albon and me really, well, we don't get on. We haven't been getting on recently with our teammate. But this is what happened. So obviously I'm on my cool down lap. We pass him, and I don't know why we passed him there, to be honest. Now at this point I thought, okay, we're sort of 4.5 tenths down, 5 tenths down through that corner. We've gone wide here, and we're just going to lock off. So we go through slowly. So we're sort of hovering about, and he sort of goes away. This is the old part finish straight. I'm pulling to the right hand side. Then he just slows down, just like that, and it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then the AlphaTauri as well comes alongside as well, and the Mercedes somehow manages to get through and then stops. So it's worse than what was going on at Monza on Saturday in Q1. That's what it is.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone Circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Now let's kick off our conversation with Alexander Albon. They're in for a tough race today. They'll be starting out of position due to a penalty from earlier in the weekend.
It's unfortunate, but it happens to everyone at some point. You just have to accept your fate, knuckle down and get on with the business of making up that deficit during the Grand Prix. So they'll be pushing hard today. One to watch for sure.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Gasly, Magnussen, Russell, and Antonio Giovinazzi, a Red Bull, Ocon, Lando Norris, and Albon. They've taken a grid penalty. Sainz, Verstappen, Lance Stroll, and Daniel Kvyat, De Vries, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
A different message there from Jeff for once. Yes, looking at the race, we might be able to go a lot longer by the looks of it. Obviously we qualified outside the top 10, so we're going to reverse this. Come in on lap 5 and do 8 laps on the softs. Again, it's a 25% race. if they ever do 35% in the game, I know it's coming from F1 Esports, but if they put it in the game, then I will switch to a 35% career. So favourite lights, come on. For today's British Grand Prix, favourite lights are out and away we go for the British Grand Prix, and it's a great start. We get past Giovinazzi, can we get past Russell as well going into turn 1, side by side, the Alpha Tower, Maxton, horse block and off, and Russell comes back at us now. We're going to have to block that, try and block out. We'll try and go back down the inside of Russell, but doesn't allow to. And now we've got Giovinazzi back on our outside. We're going to try and go around the outside. A little bit of contact there. We're lucky not to get anything with Giovinazzi, and we retain P10, or as Giovinazzi, of course, the Alfa Romeo is the fastest car in this career mode series. We block off Giovinazzi and retain P10. As we watch behind us now, this is OCON on Giovinazzi. Ocon not really with the best of starts, but is now coming back in that runner, and he makes him another position as well. As we're watching our teammate now, who's had that penalty. This is a big improvement. What can he actually do? Oh no, he can't. He won't be proving what he can do because he's out with an engine failure. I know the durability is actually the worst. As we look on now, as Ocon now catches up to us, we really do not have a lot of pace around this track circuit there, as Ocon locks up going in there and loses the place out to Giovinazzi as he come in at the end of lap 6. Just to note, I've also applied the new driver ratings as well now, so although there weren't really too many changes, obviously thought that Nicholas Latifi really harsh, but anyway, we're going to come in. We're making our run on a stop. Obviously, we're now last, 2.6 second stop, not bad. Not compared to obviously previous years where they were 1.9, but still, 2.6 isn't bad, and it's about average for this game as well. As we're coming out of the pits into last place, nobody else of course is on this strategy, so we're on going to be a world of run. We're going to be very quick we might be quicker towards the end of this race, as we do close the gap up as we jump to lap 9. Everybody's coming to make their pit stop apart from one. I can't quite remember who it is, but they're out. I think it might be Norris, but he's, as I say, he's not doing right. He's not very fast, and he's gonna come in, and eventually will come out behind us. So we'll catch up now to Sergio Perez. We're on this train of 4 cars. We can't really get past Perez. It's a bit like at Zandvoort when we were behind Ricciardo. Got absolutely frustrated, and we jumped to the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Ocon is up or inside. We're going to close the door on him, and we've made contact. We're both outside, but that's going to cost us a big amount of time, a second. And Ocon, being a greedy, has cost us 9th place in this, because we were lining Perez up for a last lap move, but it's not going to be. We're going to have to use everything on there. We're not going to allow Ocon. We're going to go aggressive on Ocon here down the Wellington Straight, and there's contact on the final lap. And we force Ocon out, having absolutely none of what Ocon is trying to get past us there. Absolutely none of it. And there's a bit of his front little end plate goes absolutely flying off to the side. Fortunately, doesn't get in the way of any of the drivers, and we come round P10. Well, we were leading the championship at the start of this race. Only Britain can be the circuit that drags us down and make sure that we don't actually make it do as Lance Stroll gets driver of the day. Up 1 place, the performance was not there today. We dropped now 24 points to Charles Leclerc. We obviously need us back at Hungary, which is a better track for me. It'll be a better track the Red Bull compared to the Ferrari and the Mercedes, who are clearly faster than what I am. Leclerc may be 100 rated. I don't know. I can't see any of the ratings in this mode because we're only in driver career mode, so they don't actually show the ratings. I can see my teammate. Albon, well, he wasn't making up moves anyway. just like in real life, he might have to be fired. I don't know. Will he go? Will we get Verstappen back in? Will we get another driver in there? Obviously, other drivers available on the grid. Potentially, I don't know. But we've lost ground in the constructors as well, with Ferrari catching up to Mercedes as well.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
It wasn't a good day, Claire.
You're no longer in the top spot. Are you hoping to regain it?
Yes, we're hoping to. It's been a disappointing day. Car performance really wasn't there. And not only that, 10th, we really should be behind the
How do you
podiums,
think
not
this
10th
team will be
place.
feeling after that result?
Well, they upgraded Spec 3 on their engine earlier, so their engine is excellent around here as opposed to us.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Well, no sign from there, Claire, in that interview, but we've lost out to Bottas. I'm regretting picking Bottas now. Because since we picked him, he sort of, Bottas, well, 3.0 was last season 1 where he won the championship, and now 4.0 has sort of installed itself since he had that calamity at the start. So yes, we got 2,000 R&D points to spend, which we'll of course go ahead and spend. Now we've got. This is where we got to think about it. Obviously we're heading for that thing. We'll probably go for an aero upgrade next time, maybe, and we'll see. Obviously, if those engine upgrades come in as well. Obviously, we're not too fussed about the engine. Is going to be the priority as well as durability. The aero will also be, but we'll try and get out those. There's lots of minor upgrades there. You can see we're the slowest of all, worst all for durability, and the second slowest, just ahead of McLaren in terms of engine performance, which is why McLaren really are struggling in this season. We're in behind Williams, so. But our aero is the best. We're looking to try and get a little bit of a leap on that, like we have done in the Sashi side. So, yes. We shouldn't need to take any more engine components as well. Those 4 bits, those 3 remaining bits, because a couple of bits of number 1 are pretty much blown. Although we have been able to fit a couple. But yes, if you have enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see more episodes of the Red Bull Driver Career Mode as when they come out. Until the next video, time, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.